Hello Sagittarius, this is Julie with Into Heartspace, and we're going to look at the energy surrounding you for September of 2016. This is a pretty heavy-duty month we're coming into. Since it's eclipse season, we have two eclipses happening. One, the first, and one, I believe it is the 16th or the 18th. So this means that we will be eclipsing out energy. We will be eclipsing out something that is not working for us. Anything that we've been holding on to that is no longer serving our highest good will be let go of. The universe will help us let go of that, whether it's gentle or a little bit challenging. Also, Jupiter will be going into Libra, which it is so much happier to be in. Jupiter's been in Virgo for the last year, and that can be a tough placement for Jupiter. Jupiter doesn't like kind of the nitpicky, very detail-orientated state that Virgo likes to be in. So it's much happier in Libra. So I think we'll be able to feel that shift when that happens. And also, don't forget, Mercury is going retrograde, so that should be happening. I think it is this weekend, and will be and going on throughout September, the first 3 weeks or so. All right, so Sagittarius, what energies are surrounding you for September? I call in the highest of light, the highest of energies. What messages do we need to tell Sagittarius? What energies are there for September 2016? Okay. So, the first card we have is the Eight of Cups, Page of Wands, Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, Four of Wands, Nine of Cups, the Fool, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, Five of Cups, and beneath it all is the Lovers. So we'll put that right there. Okay. So in the center is the Eight of Cups. And so I think you've had a lot of opportunities, and you're kind of walking away from them because they're not exactly what you need at this point. You are sad about this. I feel like this might be in a relationship. This might be romantic, or even in a friendship, or a colleague. But I feel like this is more in a relationship setting. It's more emotional. And so you had been working on building a relationship, and it's just not going how you thought it would. It's not serving you. And so you're having to let it go. And I think that's kind of I mean, it's upsetting, and it's disappointing because you had hoped that it would go a different way, but at the heart of it, I think you always kind of knew that it wasn't necessarily what you needed. And the reason why I think it's also a little bit more about relationships, a lot of love relationships, is because the foundation of September is the Lovers. So I think you're going to be dealing with a lot of things to do with dating, with your marriage, meeting new people, or creating, karmic relationships, soul relationships that really affect you. And then we also have the Page of Wands, which is crossing you. Wands is fire energy, so that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So it could be you, but I think it's Yeah, it could actually be you, and you're the one who realizes that this is no longer working, and so you have to voice it. The other person is really content in where they are, and is happy with the relationship that they are in with you, but you see something different, and so you're the one who's actually having to voice the, I'm sorry, we gotta look at this. We gotta reevaluate what's really going on. Um, and it's not that there's anything wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with the actual relationship. It's just, I mean, you guys are super happy, have a lot of fun. Um, can go out and play with each other, and it's very comfortable in that regards. But it's just missing something. It's just missing something for you, and so you're walking away from it. But okay, so Sagittarius, while I'm looking at this too, um, in this regards, like I really do feel like this is a very emotional kind of month. Like you can always relate this to work. You can always relate this to family. That your job is not working, and so you're going to have to let it go. But you're great at the job. The job loves you. But you're like, I'm not really. Sorry, I'm not. This isn't my end all be all. But in the recent 6 months, you've been having a great time at this job, in this relationship, and celebrating and going out and enjoying yourself. Um, but in the future, we have the Nine of Cups, and so he's kind of sitting there, kind of smug with all of his cups of glory. Um, but notice that he's alone, and all he has is cups. So make sure that you're not requesting something that is a little far-fetched, that is not probable in this relationship. You know, you might be asking for a Prince Charming to come in a white horse, and he comes, in a brown horse instead. So just take in the relationships, take in all of the attributes that are going on, and see if you're just saying, no, I want more, I want it all, when what you have is actually quite beautiful and worth working for. And I also get that sense too here in your subconscious. We have the Seven of Swords. So his arms are full, yet he's looking back at these two like, I want those. I want them too. So this can be the card of being sneaky. This can be of stealing, theft, not being a little bit being unruly, stabbing in the back, all of those types of things. But I'm not necessarily getting that feeling just because of the placement of the card. I think you're trying to request more than you really need. You already have everything that you want, or actually you have everything that you need, but there's more that you want. So this person, I feel like you're looking at all of the little small details that kind of like a little annoyance. And it's like, I think when I see this, and I felt this way last month about a sign too, is there's a Seinfeld episode where he just gets like really nitpicky about all of these things about women. Her voice is wrong, she has too big of hands, all of those types of things. But these people are wonderful and really lovely and care about you. So, I mean, if those are really, really important to you, then by all means, I want you to be happy and be content with every decision you make. But just think, is that really, really the problem? Is that why you are, trying to move on? Um, and I can see that, yeah, I think this is really, I don't feel like the other person really has any issues. I really feel like you're the one who's going to have to ruffle the feathers, that you're not happy with how things are. You want the true love story. You want the storybook ending. and and that's fine. I mean, we have the Fool here also. Um, but I just keep getting this sense like there's really beautiful people around you, really lovely people, and they want to see you succeed and they want to see you happy. And so if you have to let them go, they will understand, and because they want you to be happy. But I feel like you're kind of like, well, you're not, you're good enough for now. You're not good enough forever. But these relationships that are in your realm, and maybe also we have Mercury going retrograde. So I think some people might be coming back into your life to clear some of this karmic debt that you might have. Um, and those soul connections will be regained. So I think, you might be having a lot of different choices too that's happening in relationship. If you're dating a ton of people, um, you're going to have different types of choices and you might have to fend them off, like be like, oh, well, today's not your day. I'm dating Johnny right now, just be gentle in that process. I mean, they do have feelings, they do have a heart. And if you're married, um, once again, I feel like maybe somebody from the past who you had a lot of fun with is going to be coming in, and you're going to connect with them. And I'm not saying that you're going to cheat or anything like that. I'm just going to say there could be a zap of like, oh, I remember that. And because of that feeling, it kind of ruffles feathers with your relationship right now. Just be patient, sit with it. We are humans and emotions come and go. So just sit with it for a bit, um, look at it, acknowledge it, and then try your best to let it go and be thankful for who you do have in your life right now. And we have the Knight of Swords. So the person from the past could really actually be um, you have a couple different possibilities here. You have the swords, so those are air signs, so that's Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. And then we have the Knight of Cups, and so that energy is water, so that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And both of these people will be bringing you messages. So once again, it's kind of like I feel like it's from the past. And and this one, I feel like the Knight of Swords, so this is the air signs, um, could be more work related. Could be from, a past job, could be from um, even a job now that you've worked on a past project with, and they could be coming in. And then with the Knight of Cups, I feel like this could be somebody that could have either really broken your heart, but and you love them dearly, or they could have been that person you just had the most fun with, and you look back and go, oh my gosh, do you remember that time when we were down at the lake and you slipped, and then we decided to go skinny dipping and it was so much fun, da da da. And it's like all these wild stories that like no one else would really understand or get, but to you guys it would just make sense, and you have that type of connection of laughter. And so I feel like you have possibly two people coming in just to clear up the connections that you had. And so it could be really difficult, because there's so many and you don't know exactly what to do. But remember that this energy is kind of like just to clean house. We're eclipsing them out. We're acknowledging them to let it go. And so, make sure not to sit in that energy as it is now, that it is your present, that it isn't your present. This is just past clearings to create space for the love that you either already have in your life and you're not acknowledging it because there's so much other things that you need to take care of, or for future love that is just right around the corner. Yeah. Cool. All right. So let's pull in Mother Moon and just see what she has to say. Mother Moon, what energy do you want to give to Sagittarius for September? Looks like they have some people coming in from their past that they need to clear some energy with. Let's see. All right. This one. All right, so Mother Meng, intention. And it's I actually have the book right here for the Mother Wisdom deck, and I'm just going to look up Mother Meng because I don't know the history of her very well. So let's just pull it up real quick. Mother Meng, intention. So Mother Meng signals the need to decide what matters most. Aha! Meng, a revered Chinese matriarch, widowed and forced to rear her young son on her own, foresaw that her priorities were for her boy. Legend has it that she decided to begin his training in the womb, believing she could shape his character through her own impeccable behavior and thoughts. All right, so I'm just going to let you sit with that for just a moment. The Chinese character for intention is voice of the heart-mind, a voice that speaks out of the unity of thoughts and feelings. So isn't that interesting that it's time for you to decide. Mother Meng wants you to clear your intention. Mother Meng wants you to figure out what is truly important to you and to go with it. And I would say, especially since we have Mercury retrograde, that totally makes sense for you, Sagittarius. And then with this reading is, through September, sit with these choices that you have. Think about where you are, what matters most to you, and then decide after Mercury retrograde, at the end of September. This is your month to ponder where you want to go so that you can go forth with it through, the end of September into October. All right, Sagittarius, if you would like to continue this reading, then you can find me on my website. Just leave me a message and we can set up a time either to Skype, we can do a phone chat, or I can videotape a reading and send it to you. Also, I have a Facebook page called Heartspace, and you can find me there, and I post astrological little tidbits and tarot lovings and just yummy little good juju for you from time to time, and you can also message me there. Okay, Sagittarius, love and blessings.